Good evening, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi Vaiti from Kiran Advisors. Welcome to the virtual IPO roadshow of New Malayalam Steel Limited. Today, we will provide a brief overview of the company and its innovative business model. New Malayalam Steel Limited specializes in galvanized pipe, tubes, steels. The company has expanded its production with additional welding tube mills and a strong dealer network in Kerala, selling directly to local contractors, retailers, and their promoter group entity, Jai Hind Steel Private Limited, with a focus on stringent quality controls across procurement, manufacturing, logistic, and innovative marketing. New Malayalam has established a solid market presence. The company is committed to quality through its quality control division and in-house lab promotes sustainability with partially solar-powered manufacturing unit. New Malayalam sources pre-galvanized coils from a range of suppliers, including imports and domestic providers like JSW and MS. From the management team, we have Mr. Divya Kumar Jain, promoter and executive director, and Mr. Siriak Varghese, whole-time director. Good evening, Divya sir, and good evening, Siriak sir. Welcome to
Good
the.
evening.
We also have Mr. Rahul Jain, Chief Financial Officer.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. From
Good
Khandwala
evening. Good
Security,
evening.
we have Mr. Rinav Mansita, Associate Director.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Rinav sir. Welcome. Now I hand over to Divya Kumar sir to give a short intro about the company and its future plans. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vaishnavi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Divya. I'm the executive director at New Malayalam Steels. So, just to give you a background of our company, in the year 2017, we had a very humble beginning where we started with one production line. And as our product started moving in the market and started gaining popularity, uh, with our product, the market also started growing and the demand for galvanized steel products also started increasing. To cater to the increase in the demand, we started increasing production lines year on year. On the second year, we had one production line, and the third year, we had another production line. So, as of today, we are proud to say that we are one of the largest GP tube manufacturing company in Kerala, with a capacity of about 72,000 tons per annum, and we have a very strong dealer network with about 150 dealers all across Kerala. We also do a lot of we also do a lot of ground activities where we connect our dealers to fabricators with fabricator meets, and also to give awareness of the galvanized steel product and its gaining popularity across the country. Going forward, we feel that the next 10 years is for infra, the next 10 years is for steel, and there is going to be a great prospect for galvanized products as a whole, and we feel that this sector is very promising.
Thank you, sir. Now we will start with the company presentation.
Absolutely.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Siriak Varghese, All-Time Director, New Malayalam Steel Limited. So our company mainly specializes in manufacturing of galvanized pipes and tubes. To talk about the company, our company got incorporated in the year 2017 with a single manufacturing line. And year on year, we were able to add further lines. And at present, we have an installed capacity of 72,000 metric tons. Our company sources pre-galvanized raw materials from reputed manufacturers like JSW and AMNS. Next slide. So to talk about the key facts, our management has a cumulative experience of more than 145 years, and we are a team size of 140 people, more than 140 people. Currently, our capacity utilization is around 60%. We have an in-house laboratory for stringent quality tests. We also hold two BIS licenses for our product. Next. Uh, The company evolution we have already discussed, and in the year 2022, our company commissioned a solar plant of 490 kilowatt installed capacity at the factory premises itself. Next. So these are the various industrial awards and achievements our company received from reputed authorities. This slide shows the executive team members of our company. We have 6 directors and 3 independent directors in our board. This slide shows the manufacturing facility of our company. Previous slide, please. The manufacturing facility of our company, which is located in the center of the state. We currently have 3 production lines which are brought brand new and with the latest technology possible. Next. This slide shows the installed and the utilized capacity of our plant. In the year FY24, we had a percentage of utilization at 62.83%. So this shows the comprehensive product portfolio. More than 90% of our sales are of galvanized pipes, and we also have some allied products like GP sheet, GP coil, GI pipes, and slitted coils, which are catered to our dealers upon their requirement. Next. So this slide shows the range of products that we have in our galvanized pipe. So we have square pipes, we have rectangular pipes, and we have round pipes. And the respective BIS standard is also mentioned in it. Next. So to talk about the global steel industry, we can say that the previous year was a challenging year for the steel industry. Around 35 to 40% the prices came down. This was mainly due to some various geopolitical tensions as well as economic slowdowns. Now the prices has reached the bottom level, and it has started increasing slightly. So we hope that the future of steel industry is bright going ahead. Next. Next slide, please. Next. So this shows various key financial ratios in terms of graphs. We can discuss that on our P&L statement. Next. 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 So this is our profit and loss statement. From the incorporation of the company, the company was showing consistent growth in terms of revenue as well as sales. FY24 was a challenging year for the company. The prices, as I said, came down by around 35 to 40% and corrected itself. Now it has reached the bottom level. But on comparison with the industry average, our company performed much better. And our revenue for the last fiscal was 303 crores. And our profit margin was 4.26 crores. But in the current running year, the first half, September 24 figures, we were having quite better figures. Our total revenue is 153 crores, while our profit margin PAT rose to 5.12 crore, 19 crores. And the EBITDA for the running half is more than 6%. And we hope it will continue in the next half as well. Next. 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 So this shows the product-wise revenue distribution. As you can see, more than 90% of the revenue is generated from the sales of GP pipes. Rest all the products constitute of the balance. Next. So this slide shows the key strength of NewMalayalam Steel Limited. So to start with, we have an efficient distribution network. We have around 150 stable customers, dealers, and we have sales representatives all in all districts in the state. We also have a diverse product range with all the required sizes in stock in our godown. And as per the requirement of the customer, we will be able to give them just-in-time supply. Also, our brand is well known in the state of Kerala. This also gives us a market advantage. We also give assurance on the quality of our product with our in-house laboratory where we do stringent tests as per BIS standards. We also have efficient sourcing. We source our raw material both locally as well as internationally, considering the availability and pricing only from reputed manufacturers. Also, another advantage is our location, where we are located in the heart of the state, and we are able to cater our existing customers immediately upon their requirement. Next. Next. So here we comes to the issue highlights. We are issuing fresh shares of 46 lakhs 40,000 numbers, and the price band is between 85 to 90. We are raising funds of up to 41.76 crores. The lot size is 1,600 equity shares. Our issue is bound to open on December 19, and post issue, the promoter group will be holding more than 73% of shares. Next. Now we come to the objectives of the issue. So we utilize the net proceeds for IT technological upgradation of the existing manufacturing facility. We are also expanding our solar facility. Currently, we have 490 kilowatts of, and we are expanding it to 1 megawatt of solar power. We are also allocating some amount into construction of new factory shed cum storage facility in our own premises. We are also spending on advertising, marketing, and brand building. We are also allocating some funds into our incremental working capital requirements. Rest of the funds is being allocated into issue-related expenses as well as general corporate purposes. Next. Next. So that's all about the presentation. And if you have any doubts, feel free to ask.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we will start with the question and answers. I request all the participants to post their questions in comment box. Thank you. So we have a question from Panvi Rathod. What is your key growth strategy and how does the steel industry outlook align with your vision?
So I'll take it up. So basically, as you see, the steel industry is bound to increase on an average of about 8 to 10%, according to the government of India. And we feel that the government is actually doing a lot of infra push, and we feel that this is going to take the country to new heights. As you can see that India today has one of the lowest per capita consumption of steel. We stand at around 86 kilogram per person, whereas the world average is about 226 kilogram per person. And if you see China is more than 600 kilogram per person. So India has a long way to go, and this is the right time and the right place that we are in and the right industry that we are in. So we feel the growth trajectory for this sector is good, and we are in line with our growth strategy, and that is why we have been in this, and we are extremely confident that this industry is bound to gain momentum.
Next question, please. Dia Patel. How is the New Malayalam Steel Limited addressing environmental sustainability and compliance with emerging green regulations in steel sector?
So in terms of pollution, our company is ranked as under orange category from the Pollution Control Board. So usually the companies which come under red category is polluting, considered as polluting industry. So we are considered as a non-polluting industry. And to talk about environmental sustainability, as I said, we already have 490 kilowatt of solar power, and from the objects of the IPO, we are planning to increase it to 1 megawatt, which almost will reduce our dependency on electricity power usage from the government by about 40%.
Okay. Next question. Subodh Joshi, what is our working capital requirement in days?
So usually our working capital requirement is in between 60 to 90 days.
Next question, please. Arundhati Kapila, are you manufacturing for any major clients?
So as of now, we are not doing any manufacturing for any OEMs. As we had mentioned earlier, we have a network of about 150 dealers, and through those dealers, we are actually doing our sales. But going forward, definitely we are open to newer clients and to see how OEMs will be able to fit in our product portfolio.
Okay. Next question. Ishita Ahuja, where do you see the company in next 3 to 5 years?
So, as I mentioned earlier, we have been predominantly present. We are present in the Kerala, in the region of Kerala. Our vision is to go pan India very soon. So, as we see, there is going to be a lot of demand, and there is the coastal belt of Karnataka, the coastal belt of Tamil Nadu, interiors of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu have already started gaining popularity for this product. There has also been a push for galvanized product in places like Gujarat and in the capital as well. So we feel that this company has a long way to go, but I see at least 10 to 15% growth year on year on this.
Okay. Next question. Jatin Mehta, can you share more details about the experience and expertise of your management team?
So to talk about our management, we are a JV of two families. We are actually the second generation. So Mr. Jain's family is into steel business for more than 30 years. And my family is into steel business for about 10 years. And to talk about my father, he was an industrialist for more than 30 years. So cumulative experience of our management team is more than 145 years. And to talk about Mr. Jain family, they have a very vast experience in the sector of steel, and they are also one of the biggest players of steel in the state of Kerala.
Next question. Rahul Jain, how do you plan to engage with and updated shareholders on company's progress after the IPO?
So obviously, in
So,
line with the, I'll see the clear answer. So obviously, company is having a company secretary, CFO, and on a regular basis, the updates in terms of where they are reaching, half yearly numbers reporting, all those things obviously will be communicated, and the investors will be updated. As a prudent policy, the company has decided that they need to be keeping all the investors informed on the developments that they are happening.
Okay.
So there will be regular interaction with the investors as well.
Next question. Abhilasha Kadam, how is the company addressing sustainability concerns in its operations, and are there any significant regulatory changes anticipated in the sector?
So I think Siriak had mentioned earlier that we are focusing on green energy, and we already have solar installed in our factory premises, and we'd like to grow to about 1 megawatt, even through the proceeds of the IPO. I don't see much of significant regulatory changes as we are in the orange category. We don't have any functions that actually have any repercussions on the environmental sector as such.
Next question, please. Khardim Bedi. Currently, we are operating at 60% capacity utilization. Why then are you considering a capacity expansion?
Definitely, we are considering capacity expansion as we are doing about 60. We'd like to go to about 75 to 80% capacity utilization in the future.
I think we haven't mentioned about capacity expansion. Currently, we are running at 60%, and once we reach about 80%, we will definitely look into capacity expansion.
Okay. Next question, please. Ananya Swaminathan, can you please tell us about the industry demand and supply scenario and what kind of market share do we have?
Yeah. So there has been consistent growth of demand year on year for this particular segment. According to the government, the whole sector, steel sector as such, is poised to grow at about 8 to 10%. For our sector specific, we feel it's about 15. We'll be growing about 10 to 15%. We have about the total market share for us here is about 15% in the state of Kerala.
Next question, please. Lakshman Dubey, what differentiates New Malayalam Steel from other players in steel industry, and how do you plan to maintain this competitive edge?
So we source our products globally and from big domestic players like JSW and EMNS. So we think global and we work for local. And we have, as you know, that we are situated in the state of Kerala and we're centrally located in Kerala. So we are able to give just-in-time delivery for our dealers. At any given point of time, we are able to stock proper materials for them, and we'll be able to supply them at any given point of time. They don't have to stock a lot of cargo at their point of sale, because we will be able to give them material at any given point of time that they require. The second thing is that because we source our products from standardized companies, we are able to give them consistent quality at consistent price. So we are able to give them excellent product quality, and there has been a good demand for our product because of this quality standards that we maintain within the manufacturing.
Next question, please. Lavanya Balkrishnan, what are the main risks identified in the IPO prospectus, and how is the company mitigating them?
So I think, as you have seen historically, there are 2 or 3 major risks that we have seen. One is geopolitical issues. Geopolitical issues definitely affect the demand supply. Also, what it does is there is been spike of commodity prices when situation is not favorable. If you see 2 years back, there was a huge spike of in commodity prices, and suddenly it crashed last year. The second thing that what we see is influx of material from outside, for which we feel the government has taken proactive steps. The government is here to protect the domestic industry, and that is why they have put measures like safeguard duty and also anti-dumping duty. That actually protects the domestic industry, and I think this is how we are able to mitigate them.
Okay. Next question, please. Anandi Mittal, any capex plan?
Yeah, we from the IPO proceeds, we are definitely looking into expansion of solar as well as increasing our warehousing capacity. We are also installing a new software for real-time management of the inventory, and these are the capex plan out of the IPO. And we are our management is always having a positive attitude towards expansion. And if it required, any capex plan will be executed at any point of time after the IPO.
Okay. Next question, please. Raj Gandhi, what is the revenue contribution from solar generation?
So at present, around 20% of our total power requirement is served from the solar plant. And after the expansion to 1 megawatt, around 40% of our requirement will be generated from the solar production.
Next question, please. Devesh Purohit, is this commoditized sector? What are company's product strengths?
See, like we mentioned earlier, that we buy our raw materials from standardized and one of the best companies. So we are able to maintain a very consistent quality, and we are able to give them better services. And these are the two basic factors that actually make us differentiate us, and also we are able to give them consistent supply at any given point of time.
Next question, please. Aryan Sharma, how much revenue growth can you witness in financial year 26 and what can be the PAT margin?
So year on year, we are fortunate that the revenue growth will be around 15 to 20%, and the PAT margins will be followed as the same as we have mentioned in the September 24 figures.
Next question, please. Raj Gandhi, do you have any plans to enter the B2C segment?
So as of now, we are to B2B segment, and as we enter different territories, we enter different provinces. We'd like to see how those places, because they have their own dynamics. So we will be able to take it case on case basis. But in the present scenario, we are I mean we are B2B at the point.
Next question. Naveen Bedi, what is the company's approach to maintaining a competitive edge in steel industry, especially in terms of technology and innovation?
So basically, the how there has been a transformation even in steel sector. If you see how these hollow sections, pipes and tubes have actually gone popularity, is that it has actually been able to replace traditional way of construction. For example, in if you see in Kerala, they used to use a lot of MS angles for their roofing purposes. And as time went by and as this product started gaining its momentum and popularity, people started replacing it with with our hollow sections, because they are much lighter, much more durable, and has a longer life than MS angles. So we see there is going to be basically a even product um, innovation, because even the PEB, for example, the pre-engineering building sector has started utilizing even hollow sections in their products. So they are replacing a lot of beams to hollow sections like ours. In terms of innovation, I think there could be more galvanizing coating, there could be more technology on how to enhance better anti-corrosive properties in our products. So, I mean, as we evolving, the product involves, and also the usage of the product will keep evolving. It is very exciting to see where this product is going to go and the kind of evolution that it's going to bring in. It's time will say.
Yes. Next question, please. Devesh Purohit. Also, can you provide insights into company's financial performance over the last few years, including revenue growth, profitability, and cost management?
So from since the incorporation of the company was showing consistent growth in terms of revenue and profitability. And even in the last year, where the industry was when the industry was, it was a challenging year for the industry. Our company was able to show a better result than the industry average. And in terms of cost management, our company always likes to keep it minimum.
Okay. Next question, please. Subodh Joshi, please explain your expansion plan in solar power generation.
Like we already said, currently we have 490 kilowatts of solar power installed in our facility. We are adding another 500 kilowatts of solar power so that our total capacity will become 1 megawatt. This 1 megawatt solar power generation will reduce our dependency on power from the government by around 40%.
Next question, please. Dia Patel, who are our closest competitors?
So basically, if you see the competition sector in the state of Kerala, we don't have much, but APL Apollo is a, national player. It has its presence all across the country, and it is the largest tube manufacturer in the country. So they, I mean, we see their products coming into the market, and otherwise there is not much that we see.
Okay. Next question, please. Dhvani Ahuja, are there any plans for capacity expansion through product expansion?
Said would like to do.
We will definitely look into product expansion. So if the market requires a new product, we'll definitely look into it. And if we have to spend on capex, the company will definitely look into it.
Okay.
See, as
Next
as we said that the product is it's continuous evolution of the product also. So the SKUs and the sizes that we have to maintain, the sizes that have grown for specific purposes has actually grown. So as year on year there are new sizes, there are new kind of products that come in. So we are always open to that, and if there's something that excites us, we'll definitely take it on.
Okay. Next question, please. Prem Singhania, are you planning for going B2C and selling in own brands?
I think we had already discussed this. As of now, we are into B2B segment, and I feel that selling our products in different territory requires its own kind of model, the selling models. But as we go, and if there are certain places where we require there's a B2C selling model that actually fits into our kind of regime, then we don't have a problem in doing that.
Just
Okay.
to add to what Divya Kumar has just mentioned, DMAC itself is a brand which is very well recognized in this hollow pipe industry or segment in the state of Kerala. So it is not that they are not a known brand with such a diverse distribution network. Obviously, people are aware that this is a brand to reckon with in the market.
Okay. Next question, please. Vihan Bhandari, how do you hedge against fluctuations in raw material costs?
So there are, I mean, there are two aspects to it. One is that as we are connected to some of the largest steel raw material suppliers for us, there has always been kind of a price protection mechanism that they follow, and we are able to get that. Secondly, as I had mentioned earlier, that we do a lot of ground activities, and we are connected to the ground. So we understand the pulse of the market, and we are able to understand what could be the possible outcome for the next month, or for the time that is going to come. So we are able to do our projections accordingly, and able to order and supply it accordingly.
Next question, please. Prem Singhania, at peak capacity of plant, what can be our revenues?
So, on comparison with our existing capacity, our revenues will be touching near 500 crores.
That will also depend upon the price of steel in the market.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Priyan Sharma, sir, how did your margin suddenly improve in first half of this year compared to last financial year?
You want to take one? Should I? Yeah. So if you see, we had already mentioned earlier that last year the entire steel industry was stressed, but we were able to still do better than the industry average. Coming to this fiscal year, what had happened is that we were able to purchase raw materials at the bottom price, and then we saw there was consistent growth in terms of our demand also, because as we said that we were able to connect to the market much better. So people who have been connected to us, the 150 dealers, and also the fabricators, there was a lot of a consistent demand from them, and we were able to do that for them. So that actually helped us in maintaining better profit margins for this year.
Next question, please. Abhinav Verma, how do you plan to expand your manufacturing capacity post IPO? Are there specific timelines for new infrastructure development?
So we plan to expand our manufacturing capacity only once we reach 80% capacity utilization. And the specific timelines for the new infrastructure development that we mentioned in our IPO, that we are able to complete within 6 months.
Next question, please. Arundhati, what percentage of your current revenue comes from repeat customers, and how do you plan to retain them?
So, like we already said, we all have around 150 stable customers. So, around 80% of our current revenue comes from repeat orders, and plan to retain them. We contact this fabricator meets, dealer meets, and if any minor complaints come from our product, we are able to replace it. And we also have a presence, sales representatives in all districts in our state, and we also does a lot of marketing and branding activities as well to retain them.
Okay. Next question. Priyan Sharma, will we able to maintain the same high margins in upcoming years, or were they just exceptional in H1 financial year 25?
Yes, we certainly think that we strongly believe we'll be able to hold up these high margins in the coming years. This is mainly because the prices got corrected last year and it came down around 35 to 40%. Now it is stabilized. And the difference between the finished good and the raw material is also stabilized. So we strongly believe we'll be able to maintain the same momentum.
Okay. Next question, please. Vishal Agarwal, could you clarify how you plan to utilize the IPO proceeds to improve the company's financial position?
Okay, to talk about the utilization of the net proceeds, we are investing on IT and technological upgradation, where we will be installing a software for the electronic management of the industry inventory. We are spending for 500 kilowatt of solar power generation. We also are investing into a new factory shed cum storage facility, which will help us to increase our capacity utilization and store these products. We are also investing on advertising and marketing and brand building. So this will help us to extend our arms in the neighboring states, and also it will help us to be a national player. All this will help us to improve the company's financial position.
Next question, please. Vasudha Shanar, what are the key challenges in galvanized steel segment and how are you addressing them?
So, galvanized steel sector is, I see more opportunity than challenges. But as you see, challenges could be in terms of fluctuating raw material prices, fluctuating zinc prices, things like that. And if there is a substitute product that comes for a galvanized, particularly galvanized segment, then that could be a key challenge. But otherwise, I don't see much of challenges in this segment as of now.
Next question, please. Vikram Sharma, is the company looking to diversify into other products or value-added segments in near future?
No, I'd like to say that we'd like to focus on what we are doing right now, as we see better prospects in what we are. So we'd not like to divert our attention or focus to anything else. We'd like to develop where we are, what we are doing, and also maybe to grow in terms of our product reach and also customers in different territories. That could be something that we would be looking forward for. And value added segments, like we said, see, steel is an ocean. If there are certain OEMs that come forward, or if there are certain segments that are aligned to the kind of products that we make, we are definitely open to that.
Next question, please. Suresh Kulkarni, how will the planned IT and technological upgrades improve manufacturing efficiency and reduce cost?
So, with the planned IT and technological upgrades, we are installing a software for electronic management of the inventory. Like we already said, we store almost every item, every SKUs required in the market. So once we are able to know the real-time inventory status, we will be able to plan a better production, and uh, we can reduce the inventory time as well as cost of the company.
Okay. Next question. Rohit Patel, how is the management preparing to attract and retain talent from expansion and growth?
So I think as the company grows, it'll attract better talent, and I think as we grow and we get into different territories and also product, we'll be definitely taking in better qualified and more experienced people. The way to retain them is to basically see, we have a family culture within our organization, and we like to keep people as our own family members in the organization. So I think that our attrition ratio has been one of the lowest in the industry, and we'd like to take that forward. I mean, what we have gained from our fathers, as we had mentioned earlier, we're second generation entrepreneurs. We'd like to take it forward to the next generation as well. That's our vision.
Sure. Manish Gupta, are there plans for future collaborations, joint ventures, or acquisitions to enhance growth?
So we are open to collaborations, joint ventures, or acquisitions as we go forward, and as the industry as such is evolving. We'd like to see where this sector is going to go and what are the new avenues and prospects that we get on the way. We are always open to these things. We just have to see, but at this point of time, we'd like to focus on what we are doing and basically expand our horizons within different territories, like you mentioned.
Okay. Next question. Rahul again. How much impact will the upcoming IPO have on the company's overall growth trajectory?
So, for the company's overall growth, we are definitely planning to spend on advertising, marketing, and brand building so that we'll be able to grow into other states as well. Then we are also funding for a new factory shed come go down facility. This will help us to improve our capacity utilization. We are also spending on the solar facility, which will significantly reduce our power cost. Also, we are spending on real-time management of the inventory, which I recently said, which will definitely help us in controlling our having a overall control of our inventory.
Next question. Vimal Gandhi, all the best for the IPO. Next. Abhinav Verma, thank you for clear answers. Looking forward to the IPO. All the very best.
Thank you so much.
Sir, I guess we have covered majority of questions. Thank you, Divya Kumar sir. Thank you, Siriak sir. Thank you, Rahul sir, and thank you, Pranab sir.
Thank you so much.
All the best for the IPO. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody, for joining in.
Thank you.